And, I think this is maybe a good jumping point to ask you, Michael, about, is it Sankofa? Is that how you say
Yes,
that?
Sankofa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a Ghanaian word, and it goes back to, it predates obviously Kierkegaard, but that life is lived forward, but it's only understood backwards. And Sankofa is just meaning that as you're going forward, you can look back to glean, to learn.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to live in the past, but we can learn from that. That's what we're doing now. We're revisiting
Mm-hmm.
our ancestors' history to see, well, how is this going to take us forward, and how is it affecting us now? And so we take the time to pause and to look back, but we're still going forward, but we glean the
Mm-hmm.
wisdom, the
Yes.
traditions,
Beautiful.
and
Beautiful.
moving forward. And that's what we're doing. That's what
Right.
we're doing.
So we're able to learn from these elders who have been carrying these oral traditions on through the African tradition, and they're really saying the same thing that Jesus
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
and it's all about, okay, well, let's not forget what we know. And if you look at, I think Plato is a great example of this as well. When in his Critias book, he talks about his great grandfather going to Egypt, and so this was now probably 600, or no, I forget what the year was, but it doesn't matter. So, but essentially Plato's looking back as well at his
Yes.
own history from his family, and his grandfather told him, well, when I went to Egypt, the Egyptians told me, you Greeks know nothing. You've forgotten more than you think you
Mm-hmm.
even know, which he's essentially telling us the same thing that Graham Hancock is trying to nail to, like, right now. And he keeps saying, we're a species with amnesia. And
Mm-hmm.
he's completely right. We have so much to learn that is available, and yet we're ignoring it, or we've forgotten it, or it's still buried somewhere
Mm-hmm.
because somebody had the foresight to try to save it from these men who like to destroy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always plenty of those going around.
Yeah.
And so really, I think we're able to, by using this wisdom of these gurus, these teachers, these prophets that appear in every religion, and they're all saying the same thing. There are
Yeah.
some truths here, and it goes back to, really, now it's beginning to include everything that we've ever found out about anything. When you roll in physics, when you roll in chemistry, when you now roll in archaeology, because the mythologies, the Greeks, the Romans, the Babylonians, the Sumerians, the Egyptians, they're all telling us the same story. And that is this ancient wisdom that I think Jesus really understood at a very core level. And yet it's not necessarily something that you can say, hey, this is the way it is, because it's subtle, it's depth, it's deep, it's layered, it's there's a breadth to it. And so I think if we're able to get into a little bit of just chipping away at whatever we can glean from that ancient knowledge and that huge body of this Gnostic wisdom and mystical understanding that's really kind of been here in front of us all along.